You'll be able to attend the ceremony. Take care and thank you. See you tonight's meeting. No problem, Steve. Okay, hold on. Hey, let me bring them in, Mr. Chair.
I haven't even said the notice yet.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on.
Aaron,
It looks like he froze. All the hurt.
yeah, I see.
Yeah, there he is. Welcome, all the hurt. Birthday
Okay,
boy. Happy
How
birthday.
you doing? How you doing, Madam Chair? Thank you, Al.
good, thank you. All right, we're all set to go.
Okay,
I'm
let
gonna say
me
the board,
go ahead. Alder.
okay. The Board of Alders, New Haven, Board of Alders Notice, New Haven. The Aldermanic Affairs Committee of the Board of Alders will meet on Monday, October 25th, 2021 at 6 p.m. via video conference at https://bit.ly/3ADCUYB and by phone at 646-558-8656, webinar ID 992-8288-5055. To hear and act on the following items. Item number 1, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Linda McDowell to the Commission on Disabilities. Item 2, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Nina Silva to the Commission on Disabilities. Item 3, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Ned Parker to the Board of Ethics. Item 4, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Carmen Mendez to the Homeless Advisory Commission. Item 5, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Noel Hogan to the Homeless Advisory Commission. Item 6, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Patricia Douglas to the Homeless Advisory Commission. Item 7, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Leslie Negron to the Civil Service Board. Item 8, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Charlie Blanco to the Commission on Equal Opportunities. Item 9, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Howard Boyd to the Commission on Equal Opportunities. Item 10, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Kevin Diadamo to the Commission on Equal Opportunities. Item 11, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Pamela Allen to the Commission on Equal Opportunities. Order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Harvey Feinberg to the Parks Commission. Item 13, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Hope Chavez to the Cultural Affairs Commission. Item 14, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Magali Cajias to the Cultural Affairs Commission. Item 15, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of David Kuhn to the Cultural Affairs Commission. Item 16, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Francesca Vignola to the Cultural Affairs Commission. Item 17, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Reed Immer to the Cultural Affairs Commission. Item 18, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Jennifer Walker to the Financial Review and Audit Commission. For committee action, Aldermanic committee action only. Item 19, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Barbara Vereen to the Retirement Board for Police and Fire Employees. Item 20, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Billy Hung to the Commission on Disabilities. Item 21, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Toby Toussey Ayers to the Commission on Disabilities. Item 22, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Diane Ecton to the Homeless Advisory Commission. Item 23, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Elizabeth Robinson to the Homeless Advisory Commission. And item 24, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Alphonse Paolillo Senior to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Per order, Honorable Rosa Ferraro Santana, Chair, attest Honorable Michael Smart, City Clerk. These items are on file and available in the Office of the City Town Clerk, room 202 at 200 Orange Street, New Haven, Connecticut, 06510. Since this meeting is being used solely electronic equipment, participation by a quorum of members at the same physical location is prohibited unless the location is made open to the public. Any member of the public may request in writing a physical location, any electronic equipment necessary to attend the meeting in real time, no later than 24 hours prior to the meeting. Said person shall have the same opportunities to provide comment or otherwise participate in the meeting as would be afforded if the meeting were held in person, with the following exception. Under law, the committee is not required to adjourn or postpone the meeting if any person loses the ability to participate because of interruption, failure, or degradation of any person's connection to the meeting by electronic equipment. For accommodations to view the meeting, please email public testimony at newhaven.gov or call 203-946-6483. For accessibility-related accommodations, please call 203-946-7651 voice or 203-946-8582 TTY/TDD. Public comment testimony may be also submitted via email to publictestimony@newhavenct.gov before 2 p.m. on the day of the meeting. If you wish to present testimony at the meeting, you must register in advance at https://bit.ly/3ADCUYB or by calling 203-946-7934 or emailing publictestimony@newhavenct.gov by 2 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Public can view the meeting at https://bit.ly/3ADCUYB or listen by phone at 646-558-8656, webinar ID 992-8288-5055. The password to listen by phone only is 562-45031. Thank you, and I will have my committee introduce themselves. Those that are here and some that are joined us as well. Alder Rodriguez. Yeah,
Rodriguez, Ward 4.
thank you. Ron Hurd, Alder Hurd,
Alder Ron Hurt, Ward 3.
okay, and Alder Sabin,
Alder Eli Sabin, Ward 1.
Alder Kimberly Edwards,
Alder Kimberly Edwards, Ward 19.
and we also have our Majority Leader, Richard Furlow, on the call as well. Thank you so much for joining us. And I am Committee Chair Rosa Ferraro Santana, Ward 13. And we're here this evening to discuss the appointments of several of the appointees that were submitted. So do we have a Linda McDowell? Al?
I don't see Linda. If you're on the phone, Linda, I can't see you. So we'll need to raise your hand. Let me see if any of these are Linda. There's 3 phone numbers here, Madam Chair.
Okay,
There's no name that is Linda.
yeah.
So let's see if any of these are her. Are any of you all Linda McDowell? I mean, Linda, what's Linda's last name?
Yeah,
Lockwood?
McDowell,
McDowell.
McDowell.
Linda. If you are Linda, you need to unmute.
Okay, is there a Nina Silva? I
Ni-
see Carmen Mendez.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Didn't mean to bring Cameron in just yet.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Linda McDowell or Carmen, Nina Silva? Are you on the line? All right, we'll come back to them. Ned Parker, is he on the line?
not okay. Here's a hand that's being raised. Let's see who this is.
Okay.
Let's see. We have a question here. I'm here. How do I unmute? If you, where are you? Dixwell management team. Oh, here we go. I have to bring you in.
Okay.
You have to accept your promotion to panelist. Once you accept that, you will see a link to unmute on the bottom left, and you can unmute. That's Nina Silva.
Okay, thank you.
Give me 1 second, Alder. Go ahead, Alder Santana.
Hey, good evening. Nina Silva?
Yes.
Hi, good evening. You're here because you were asked to be appointed to the Commission on Disabilities. And so we're here this evening, hoping that you can convince us that there's an opportunity for you to sit on this commission that is so important for our city. So what I'd like to do is, if you'd like to tell us a little bit about yourself so that we can gain some more insight as to your opportunities that you've had in life and your experiences.
Nina Silva. I live in the Dixwell neighborhood. I've lived in Newhall, Dixwell all my life. I moved away for a little while and came back. Being on the Board of Commissions for Disability is really important. I have a son who is 21. He has Down syndrome. And to help others, I've learned a lot just sitting in on the meetings, that it's not just, it's a lot. And I'm really interested in learning more. And I'm really interested in helping children with disabilities throughout their lifetime, and helping parents not go through what I went through,
Mhm.
or to help them navigate PPTs or IEPs differently. That's why I want to be on the Board of Commission of Disabilities, to learn more and to help more.
Thank you so much. Alder Rodriguez, do you have any questions?
I'm so sorry. No, I do not have any questions at this time. I want to say thank you. It's good to see both the learning and the helping. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. My co-chair of Aldermanic Affairs, Yvette Hamilton, has also joined us. Hello, Yvette.
Good
And,
evening, honorable colleagues. Sorry for being late.
That's okay, we understand. Nina Silva is on the call, and she's being appointed to Commission on Disabilities, and she wants to teach and learn. So do you have any questions for her?
Good evening, Ms. Silver. Thank you, Chair Santana. I heard her say that she has a disabled son. Ms. Silver, it sounds like that gives you a greater insights as to, you know, the disabled and their needs. Would you be able to? I'm sorry. Did you hear me? I'm sorry. I apologize. I was on mute. Let me start again. I said good evening and thank you for joining us, Miss Silva. And it sounds like you have a preview. You say, I think I heard you say you have a 21-year-old disabled son
Yes.
with Down syndrome. So that gives you a greater preview as to, the needs of the disabled. So that sounds like you're ready. Are you able to attend the meetings, the times, and would you be, able to attend and know when their meetings are and stuff like that? That's all I want to hear.
Yes, I've been going to the meetings, just listening in to see how it's run and listening to what they work on. And it's very interesting, and it's something I want to continue to learn and help.
Wonderful. Well, if appointed, I'm sure you'll be a great asset to the group. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Chair Santana.
Thank you. Alder Hurt, any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have no questions at this time.
Thank-
Good to see you, Nina, and wish you the very best.
Thank you, Alder
And
Hurd.
I'm right there for you in your corner.
Thank you, Alder Hurt. Alder Sabin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hi, Nina. Thank you so much for being here and for your interest in serving on the commission. I was just wondering quickly if you have any, you've been going to some of these meetings and obviously you're with your experience. I was wondering if you have any ideas about how we in city government could improve the experience of folks with disabilities in the community. Anything that comes to mind or that you think you'd like to work on?
There's definitely a lot of things. I did miss the meeting that they had with the school system. There are a lot of questions personally with my circumstances that I would love to bring forth. And there's a lot of things that I could bring forth of what I went through and who I went to that was able to help me through a lot of things. So I think my focus and my passion has always been children. And this gives me an opportunity to help with children with disabilities, but it also gives me a broader aspect that there are adults, there are other people that we can help as a community and as a city.
Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thanks again for being here. Thanks, Chair
Thank you.
Santana.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Silva. Yeah, what you just said there is so impactful because there are a lot of disabilities for children that children have, and it's sometimes we don't know the procedures and the process to get the help that they need with the Board of Ed and things like that. So your willingness to understand and to hopefully be able to help parents who are going through similar situations and adults as well, because up to the age of 25, young people are considered children. They're not really adults at that time, the way I guess health measures see them. But it's key that you're willing and want to support this organization. So thank you very much for your testimony this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can stay on the line to the end, or you can drop off and we will contact you with the relevant information regarding your appointment.
I
It's up to
appreciate you
you.
guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye now. We have Ned Parker. Is he available? And then followed by Carmen Mendez.
Carmen's already in, right? Okay.
Well, I thought I saw her before, but she's not on now.
Yep. We'll bring her back in.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Carmen.
Hello. Oh, good evening, Alder Santana. How are you?
Good, thank you. I can't see you, but I think you're trying to connect, right? There you are.
There I go. There I go. How are you? How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you very much. And your appointment is to the Homeless Advisory Commission.
That's right. That's right.
And could you tell us a little bit about your experience and your knowledge or expertise and why you want to join this committee?
Well, I'll tell you. I'll begin because I can go on for a long time. I've been in public service for 34 years, my entire adult life and then some. And that's all I've ever known is public service. And that's all I ever want to do is public service. I'm very committed to serving people, helping them so that they can live a better life and fulfill their dreams and their hopes. That's what I live for. That's my passion. I served on the board of Columbus House for about 10 years. That was maybe 20 years ago. But I was always very involved with the homeless and the homeless. And actually last year, I did a fundraiser for the men's homeless shelter on Grand Avenue.
Okay.
I did a soiree with another woman. She was absolutely wonderful, a Yale student. I am also a neighborhood specialist for the city of New Haven, and I deal with homelessness almost on a monthly basis because there are a lot of people who gather on Ferry Street, for example, or Exchange Street, or have lived behind the Strong School. I deal with the homeless all the time. And I really want to work with people who are compassionate and loving and have an understanding and want to help homeless people. I want to be a part of a group that is working toward helping people have a home, get away from whatever it is or heal from whatever it is that's hurting them. When I was young and when I was growing up, I remember being told many times that there were the bums in the street. It used to be called bums or hobos. And I was very offended by that, even as a child. So this day I'm offended by that because we're all a paycheck away from losing our homes, our security. And we need to be compassionate about those who are facing troubles and are down and out on their luck. And we need to be able to help them, reach out to them and help them and let them know that we care and let them know that we're a community of people who really want the best for them. And I want to be a part of a group that does that, that believes in that mission is to help homeless people. And I worked with Velma George. She was a neighborhood specialist a couple of years back. And she's now the homeless coordinator. And, I worked with her and she came to my fundraiser and she asked me if I would serve. And I said, of course I would. I would love to serve. That's just the gist of it. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to ask me. But that's just the gist of it, is working with people who really would like to find a solution. Not a solution, because I think the homeless will always be with us, but at least help as many people as we can so they can live a good life as well.
Okay. I get it. Alder Hamilton, any questions?
Thank you, Chair Santana. Hello, Miss Mendez. You sound very passionate. What do you do now?
I'm a neighborhood specialist for the City of New Haven for Livable City Initiatives Office.
Okay, so you're out there in the community and you see needs and what's going on. All right, you're going to be able to chisel the meetings into your time schedule and all that?
Yes, I don't know when they meet yet. I wasn't, given that information, but I intend to, the ones that I would be committed to would be the Homeless Commission and my CMT. So those would be the only two meetings that have a month.
Okay, all right. All right, well, very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sounds like you're ready. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Alder Hamilton, thank you. Alder Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to say hello to Carmen, and I know that you work very hard in the community in so many ways, and I'm excited, and I think you're going to make a good member to the team. Thank you for your passion, and the homeless advisory. The homeless are are special and significant and worthy of all your helps. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing what happens in reference to your appointment. But thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's ridiculous. Hold on.
Al, you're not on mute.
Thank you.
Alder Hurt. Any questions?
First, I thought I was talking about me being ridiculous. No.
No, he's on 2 meetings.
First of all, thank you, Madam Chair. Carmen, thank you for your commitment to our homeless population. Indeed, that is very is dear to my heart because I once was homeless. So I understand the plight that they have, but also the expertise that you can bring to the table. And seeing that expertise maneuver its way through the commitment to the committee that we can find a solution, a manageable solution to our homeless situation in our city. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You're welcome. Alder Saban, any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hi, Carmen. Thank you so much for being here and for your incredible commitment and service to our community. That we're all very grateful. I was just wondering quickly if you have any ideas or thoughts about how the Homeless Advisory Board could serve the community and or how we can improve our services for our homeless population in city government, and if anything comes to mind based on your many years of experience.
That's a very, very good question. I don't know the commissioners on the commission. And so I don't know about their meetings and what they've been discussing. But I will say, I'll just tell you a brief story. Not that long ago, I was called, and on Seacook Fix, there was this whole gaggle about a homeless person living behind Strong School in Fairhaven. And it became such a hot potato. And I was told, you need to give them a 5-day notice to vacate, otherwise we're going to get rid of their belongings. I was the wrong person to say that to, because from the car, I had the notice in my hand that gave them until the 5th of October. From the car to the tent, I sobbed. I didn't have the heart to say to this man, you need to leave here, go somewhere else. You're not wanted here. Go somewhere else, and if you don't, we're coming to take your stuff away and we're going to throw it out. This is the only thing that this man had, the only stuff he owned. And this is what I was going to do. I didn't have the heart to do that. It was absolutely criminal. I went back to the car and sobbed and called, thank God, Lee Cruz. I said, we've got to do something. We've got to find an alternative place for this gentleman because people are hating on him. And I mean, the things that blew out of having a homeless man, he didn't bother anybody, according to Lee Cruz. And Lee Cruz had the house right next to it, right next to where he was camping. He said, Carmen, he's completely harmless. And we've even, charged his phone for him. He doesn't bother a soul. But I think the misunderstanding in the community was such that it horrified me. It really horrified me. And if there's anything that I can do on that commission is, number one, make sure that our population is enlightened. People are not just bums. They're not just hobos. They're not just worthless human beings that get to that situation. A lot of things can happen. By a blink of an eye, you can be homeless. And people need to understand that thereby, by the grace of God, go them. So one thing is educating the public and letting them know, this is what the homeless face, this is the face of the homeless person. These are the faces of homelessness. And then making sure that we invite as many people to engage in the conversation as possible to help find a solution. There are some people that we may never be able to reach. I understand it, I get it, and I'm willing to accept it, but there are many more that we can reach, and we have to make that effort. I cannot comment on the commission. I have no idea. I want to be a part of it. I'm excited about it. I want to be there at the table, and I want to be there with compassionate, caring people and see what they're about and see what I can do to be helpful. But I think there has to be that communication between the communities that we live in and the homeless. And we cannot just we just can't keep walking by, making believe we don't see you. They're there and their souls. I mean, they're not the color of their hair. They're not the color of their skin. They're souls. They are spirit. And we have to recognize that there are fellow human beings who need compassion and who need some help. And sometimes it's a leg up. You know, it may not take that much, but we have to do, stop this spiraling cycle. And I'm afraid it's getting worse. I don't see it getting any better. I mean, people call, I'm a neighborhood specialist. People call all the time with terrible housing problems. And I fear for them, and I fear for them in the winter. There are lots of things that go through my mind, but I don't want to take your time with all of that. I'm just, I was trying to answer your question.
Thank you so much for that incredible story and for your compassion and spirit. We are very grateful. And you definitely answered my question. And I think I was actually on the Homeless Advisory Commission before I joined the Board of Alders. And I think the communication with folks on the Board of Alders and with the community, the broader community, is such an important part of what the commission does, and making sure everyone's aware of the services and also what's going on, and making sure everybody knows that these are real people, and we need to do everything we can to support them. So thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Alder Saban. And Carmen, I want to echo the sentiments of my colleagues. With your passion and your enthusiasm, you would make a great asset to the committee. And I thank you for wanting to share your experience in joining this commission.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
you
you very
can
much for
stay.
understanding.
Thank you. You can stay on, or you can get off, whatever you prefer. Someone from the office will notify you with the results of the outcome of the meeting.
Okay.
I
Okay. Very
don't think
well.
you'll have any problems, but I have to ask everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I will leave then and bid you all a good night.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
I know. Noel Hogan or Patricia Douglas? Mr. Brown?
Hi, Alder Santana. This is Misty. Noel Hogan was not able to attend tonight, and Patricia Douglas will not be attending because her application is being withdrawn.
Okay, thank you. Leslie Negron and Charles Blanco? Is there a Leslie Negron or Charles Blanco? Mr. Urell? Oh, there she is. Hi, Leslie. I think we can't hear you. No. You're not muted, so maybe your volume isn't high enough. Now you're muted.
All right, got it. Thank you.
Oh, got it. Okay, you can hear us now. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. You're being asked to be appointed to the Civil Service Board. And what is your expertise or background that will give insight to the Civil Service Board as they meet?
Hi, how are you? So I have a graduate degree in industrial organizational psychology, which is in line with the process of creating and administering city exams for employment. I also have about 15, probably more, experience with writing and managing policies, quality control and assurance. And I have experience with the City of New Haven through the Housing Authority of New Haven. it's something that I enjoy. Like I said, I worked on this for my master's degree. I've served on the board in the past, and it's, I like for the idea that there's a transparent process, that everyone's aware and clear on what's being done when we're moving through the employment and hiring process. And I enjoy it. I like to be a part of that, and looking forward to serving.
Thank you very much. Alder Hamilton, any questions?
Thank you, Chair Santana. Good evening, Ms. Negron. Sounds like you're on the ball. So have you been previews to, you said you served before?
Yes.
Okay, and you're ready to serve again. So
Yes,
your meeting times and all that, you'd be able to attend?
Yes, I'm fully available. I've actually started a venture in becoming a business owner, and I'm no longer at a 9 to 5. So I am available
Oh, you have
anytime
time.
they need me.
Okay,
Looking
cool.
forward to it.
All right, very good. Thank you so much for answering my question. That's all from me, Chair Santana.
Thank you, Alder Hamilton. Alder Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have no questions at this time. And thank you, Ms. Negron, for wanting to serve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alder Sabin, any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Ms. Negron, for being here tonight. I was wondering if you could, since you've been on the board before, I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what the Civil Service Board is working on right now, and how you see that work going forward, and what role you would like to play in pushing that work forward. Thank you.
So in terms of what they're actually working on right now, I'm not aware of like any specific employment programs that they're working on. However, when I was on the board, our main goal and our main responsibility was to go through the list of civil service for the different jobs that were being offered in New Haven. We were there to assure that the process when creating the exams, or when bringing consultants in, or anyone to help move through the hiring process, that everyone's T's were, that the I's were dotted, and so on. And really just being there to serve as one of several on the board who are listening in, who are paying attention to what the process was. Were there any issues with the process? Were there any concerns by anyone who took an exam, or so on? And ultimately just make sure that when the list is approved, that it's been approved because it's been approved because it went through the correct process, and that the city has everything in line.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for that explanation. Thank you, Madam Chair. No further questions.
Thank you, Alder Sabin. Thank you, Ms. Negron. I think that you're coming back and wanting and willing to serve again shows that you really have passion for this type of a position. So thank you very much for your wanting to serve again and to help the city move through its process. And I thank you for your continued support for our city.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. There are no further questions at this time, but if you'd like to stay on, you can, or you can drop off and we will notify you of the outcome of the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You guys have a good night.
Thank you so much. Have a great night. Is Charles Blanco on, or Howard Boyd? Okay, moving on. Kevin Diadamo or Pamela Allen?
Pamela Allen here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you do video?
I tried, but it would not come up.
Is Al still on? Was Al helping you? Was Albert helping you with that?
No.
Okay.
Do you want me to do video? I tried to get on, but it's asking me for a password.
Yes, it would ask you for a password. is Al on? If he could help Miss Pamela Allen with that, and we'll come back to her. Al?
On?
I'm
Yes.
back. I'm back. Hold
Okay.
on. So Miss Pamela Allen is on the phone. So if she's on the phone, can't do
She
there's
can do video.
there's no video associated with the phone for Miss Pamela
I know, but I
Allen.
have a laptop.
But you're logged in through your phone. So for the
I am.
password on your laptop, the password is ALD, all capital letters, ALD,
Okay. Wait. ALD.
AFF, as in Frank,
Huh?
25.
25.
That's it. ALD, AFF, 25. All
All right,
caps.
and this is on Zoom, right?
That's correct.
All right. So I'm gonna put in. I am not meeting host. I'm joining the meeting as attendee, right?
That's
Yes.
correct.
Right. And then it says connecting. And meeting password would be all capital letters. AL.
Okay, there you are. Let's bring you
So
in.
now hang up. You want me to hang the phone up, right?
Yep.
There you are, Pamela. Nice to see you in person. You're muted. Can you unmute yourself, Pamela?
Hi, Yvette.
Good evening. How are you?
Hello, everybody, even you, Eli.
Pamela, you're being asked to join the Commission on Equal Opportunities.
Yes, ma'am.
And tell us a little bit why you would like to serve in this capacity.
Okay, I am in Ward 26, and I been a part of this ward since 1999. And I'm also a person of interest. Okay, and I feel that I would be an asset because I used to be a person that was homeless. I know how it is to come from unemployable to employable. My target population are returned citizens and individuals from the general community who are marginal with low resources and that their income is 150% below poverty level. I've worked with this target population going on 26 years. I am good collaboration with employers, and that means Stop and Shop, ShopRite, Walmart, Dunkin' Donuts, Burger King, McDonald's. But I really want to do this to bring back what we utilized before with employers, educating them that how important it is to hire people in my target population and the incentive that they would get if they would hire someone who had an addiction and they have rehabilitated themselves and they will be an asset to their business. But besides the equal opportunity for employment, I also look at, in order to become from unemployable to employable, you need an educational ethic. And that is very, very important to me when it comes, when it comes down to equal opportunity. And what I mean by equal opportunity, not just employment, housing too, education too. I have a passion for housing. I also help reduce recidivism and homelessness. And I do too, also house homeless people. And I've been doing that for 20 something years. I have a passion for it, but I can relate a lot when it comes down to equal opportunity for employment and people being discriminated due to the simple fact of their criminal background. You know, a lot of employers will tell you on their application, have you been convicted of a felon in the last 7 years? And you might not have been convicted of a felon in the last 15 years. And then you put the application in, you have the interview, then you get hired, then your background check comes back 2 months later, and then you're laid off due to your criminal background. Yeah. So I think I would be an asset because I've been in this target population now going over 26 years.
Thank you so much for that information. You've got a lot of enthusiasm and passion for what you want to do, and I admire that. Thank you
Well,
for all that
since,
you've done.
yeah, thank you. Well, I am the president, CEO, and founder of my organization, Evergreen. And in Ward 26, we have launched a community center where individuals can come and use a computer to apply for applications for jobs. We're in collaboration with BH Care, which is a mobile employment services, where they help individual update their resume, help them get their ID cards, help them get their social security cards, help them get their driver license. They even provide them clothing for interviews. And I'm also assistant navigator for Access Health, where for affordable health. I'm also a site coordinator for VITA, where we do free taxes. And now we're going to be doing financial literacy for returned citizens, so that when they become from unemployable to employable, they'll know how to pay themselves last and not first. And then the next focus is for them to get independent housing under our program for the homeless. Once they become employable, they say their check stubs up. Our program pays 1 month's rent, 1 month security deposit for their own apartments. So the equal opportunity for me is not just stuck on just employment. It's way beyond that. And I mean equal opportunity in housing, employment, education, but I know I'll be an asset.
Thank you very much for all that information. It's wonderful. Alder Hamilton, anything you would like to ask?
Thank you, Chair Santana. Boy, Pam, how are you gonna fit this into your schedule?
Let me explain something to you.
If you're appointed, it's just going to be a cap on tying up a lot of these important areas.
I love it. I love it. I eat, sleep, and breathe this. I love this. Like the young lady, Miss Carmen, said, which is true. These are not warmongers or bums. These are people that need much help as anybody else. And I'm a witness. I used to be them. I'm a person of interest. It's not like I'm someone that read a book. No, I'm someone that lived that life. So for me, I love it. I'm talking to you. I don't go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, but I wake up at 6.
I hear you.
I love it. I do.
I know. Thank you so much for your willingness to serve.
Yes.
I know it's added to your plate. So make sure if you're appointed, that you're able to at least give it your full, because you have so much other ventures that you're trying to hold down, which are all important.
I work well in chaos.
Very good. Very good.
I'm very organized.
Nice to see you, Pam. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Alder Hurd, any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair, and Pam. It's good to see you.
How are you?
On Pam for so long. I'm well, thank you. And it's so good to see that you are involved. And I've already know your accomplishments and all that you do within the community and for the homeless population and for the reentry population as well.
Thank you.
I would say to you, keep doing what you're doing. And I think you're a good asset to this commission. But also on a little sidebar, have you connected with New Haven Works with your program? It'll be.
You talking about with Freeman? Oh, you mean downtown on Whitney Avenue?
Yeah.
You talking about on Whitney Avenue?
Yes.
Yes, I'm in collaboration with New Haven Works when they first started. When they first came out, and I was on the co-chair for the reentry roundtable. And remember, I was a part of the Second Chance Act. So yes, I am in collaboration with New Haven Works.
Okay, good, good. So glad to have you on board there, Pam. Look forward to seeing you.
I'll be Pickle Peak. Use me.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Alder Saban, any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I've just got one quick question. The Commission on Equal Opportunities has not met in a while, and I was wondering if you have any. I mean, it sounds like you've got a lot of energy and passion for this work, which is amazing. I was just wondering if you have any thoughts about how we can make sure that the commission gets to work and is working on the mission that it's set out to accomplish in our city charter.
I am a very good team player. Definitely. I'm a very good team player. I'm a very good listener. Okay. If I am accepted on this committee, I am very gun-ho and open-minded to whatever suggestions that you guys got. And then also I might can be a liaison for your mission that you're reaching out to do for equal opportunity. I used to work for Commission of Equal Opportunity when it was in New Haven, Connecticut. And I worked for Commission of Equal Opportunity for 7 years. So I do know the policy and procedure and the insights and the outsides of discrimination and any other policies. I just haven't been up to date. So getting on this committee will be like a C education for me. It'll teach me more. So yes, it would be an asset for me. And I'm gun ho.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
No problem. Did I answer your question?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Pam, I don't know where you get all that energy and enthusiasm because
God.
Tonight I just want to go to sleep. But thank you so much for that enthusiastic
Thank you.
information that once you just want to get up and do something, you know, you've got that around you and it makes people.
Thank you. That's an inspiration for me. I appreciate that, really. Definitely.
It does. And whatever you're doing, keep doing it because it's working.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. And
Madam
we'll
Chair,
let you know at the end of the meeting.
Yes.
You can drop off or stay on, whichever you prefer.
Okay. Thank you.
The next person we have is
Madam
Harvey.
Chair, did you forget me?
Oh, I don't think you were on, but yes, I apologize. Yes, Alder Rodriguez, do you have any questions? I apologize.
Yes, I do have a question. Thank you.
Hi, class.
It's good to know that you are passionate about the homeless, but as you know, employment covers everyone, right?
Yes.
And it covers individuals who are unemployed, individuals who are employed, individuals who are working part-time, looking for full-time, individuals who are looking to change their careers. And you know, in the world of work, we have what are called job engines. And often I find in my community and throughout the city, individuals saying, I've applied, but there's a concern about being found, right? And having a good employee-employer relationship. Have you considered what can we do to improve the communication and the meetings to address these engines, to make it easy so that our individuals could be able to reach their goals in regard to employment and equal opportunities?
I've learned over the years of doing this and also, again, being a person of interest. The constituents, I'll go with the homeless ones, okay? When individuals come into our houses or either people I know in the general community, they'll ask me, well, Pam, do you know if anybody hiring? And I will let them know who is hiring. But then I also look at their education level. It all depends on what job they want. I let them know that once we put this application online, you have to follow up with the employer for that job position that you want to apply for. Normally, if it's someplace that I know that they actually hired and I have a relationship with that employer, I let them know, the employer, that this person is hiring for this position, and would you take the opportunity of pulling that application and have an interview and sit down and talk with them? The majority of them do get hired. Yeah, they do. Yes. But the ones that doesn't have.
What I'm looking at is the employment engines that are being used. For example, you know, the New Board of Education. Everyone that applies for any kind of job must go into the internet and must utilize their system. And so how to work with these types of engines and services so that individuals could be found to address their employment equal opportunities and be found so that they can have a better employee or relationship or even a job or even from a part-time to a full-time job. But thank you. It's work that we have to do together.
Right. And not only that, like I said, I have a community center and we have 10 computers, thanks to Gateway and University of New Haven. So like say, for instance, like there's a lot of individual in Ward 26. They come and utilize the computers. I also reach out to the Burger Building and their community center. They utilize the Burger Building Community Center computers, the people that live in the Burger Building. But our doors are always open, not just for my target population in my houses, but also for the general community. How I think it would be done, besides using the Board of Education computers, there are other collaborative providers out there, hopefully will be more open-minded to letting constituents use their computers to apply for jobs online. But like we have BH Care. BH Care is our mobile employable person who helps them create a resume, connect them to employers, give them clothing for their job interviews. And BH Care is not only just in New Haven, they're in Branford. They're all over. So I think, just a suggestion, there's other places that these individuals can utilize the computers. Doesn't is Hunter still in Fairhaven? And don't you still have mutual housing, that building over there where the computers are? Do they still let individuals utilize that to look for job employment?
There are many places where people can go to, libraries, many places. However, if you have heard, there is a common conversation. I apply for jobs, but I am not being found. And I think that's a piece that we need to kind of work on together. And I thank you very much for giving me all of this time. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pamela. And
no problem.
If you'd like to stay on, you can. And you can drop off whatever you'd like to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much too. Have a blessed night, everybody.
Good, thank you. Next we'll have Hope Chavez, followed by Magali Cajias.
Hey folks, it's Hope. I don't see myself on the screen yet, but I'm here.
I see your hand raised.
Yep.
Misty, Misty or Al, can we bring her in?
Miss Chavez is in. She just needs to start her video.
Oh, okay.
I don't see that option on mine. I just have audio options. I don't have a video button on my screen.
Are you on your phone or on the computer?
I'm on my phone.
You're on your phone. You should have a video option on your phone.
Yeah, I usually do when I use Zoom. But the only things on my bottom bar are mute, lower hand, Q&A, and then under more options, I just have transcript, webinar, and disconnect audio.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you because I'm not sure, because I know that when you're on the phone, you can use the video.
Madam Chair, we do see her.
Yeah, we do. There she is.
Yep, I just got invited to be a panelist, so I'm here.
Yeah,
Sorry
okay,
about that.
that's what you needed to do. Okay, thank you so much. Hope you're being, your position is being appointed to the Cultural Affairs Commission. Could you tell me what interests you in the Cultural Affairs Commission that excites you to want to be part of this commission?
Absolutely. So I worked in theater and music for a decade now. I went to school in New York and I worked there professionally for many years before coming here to New Haven. And I've been in New Haven in City Point for the last 2 years, and I'm the director of artistic planning at Longworth Theater right now. So I've worked on many sides of the arts community. I've worked as a producer, I've worked as a manager for musicians. I did freelance for a while. I've worked within large and small organizations. And I spent a long period of my career as well working in arts service. So working for an arts service organization that made grants and created programming to help, it was specifically in New York, so to help the nonprofit theaters in New York train their staff to offer professional development, to offer education around disability justice. I wrote the first ever theater specific sexual harassment training program while I was there, and working a lot around anti-racism work. So I'm very, very passionate about creating pathways between artists and arts institutions, as well as the resources of their city. Taking that into civic action is really exciting for me. I'm very honored and grateful to have this invitation. And I've done just a little bit of work with the city of New Haven on this. So I was appointed to the short-term commission that was on, I can't remember exactly her name, but it was like the anti-racism work that was starting with Adrian and the team. So we created that
Adrian
plan, the
Jefferson?
cultural plan. So I was part of the team that
Okay.
helped start the cultural planning process here in New Haven. So I'm just,
Okay.
just excited to deepen that work.
Adrian, you're muted. Adrian, you're muted. If you can unmute yourself.
I don't think she heard you.
Yeah, I don't think she heard me either.
Oh, she did.
She did. Hi, we must
Sorry,
have
are you
lost
talking-
you. Yeah, you.
Oh,
had,
sorry, you said
you're-
Adrian, and I didn't know who
Oh,
you
I'm
were.
sorry.
It's okay.
Hope, I am so sorry. Yes, you were on mute if you were talking, so I didn't understand what you were saying.
Oh, no, I had finished. I was just saying I'm
Okay.
excited to deepen my work. Yeah.
It sounds, I see the background and I see the lights. Are you on a train?
I am. Unfortunately, I have to actually go to Baltimore right now for one of the shows that Longworth is working on with a theater in Baltimore. So that's where I am.
Alder Hamilton, any questions for Hope?
Thank you, Chair Santana. Boy, I hope you sound like a dedicated woman because you're on a train, but you're still taking time. So if appointed, will you be able to make the meetings and, be attentive to the Cultural Affairs Commission?
Absolutely. And it's something I've been really looking. When I came to New Haven, I told myself I want to plant roots here. I want to be deeply invested in this community, and I want to get more active in civil service. So this is a high priority for me. I'm really eager.
Oh, excellent. All righty. Well, thank you so much for your willingness to serve. Thank you, Chair Santana. That's all for me.
Thank you, Alder Hamilton. Alder Rodriguez.
Madam Chair, I do not have any questions. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you, Ms.
you.
Chavez, for wanting to serve.
Alder Hurt, any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Hope. I have no questions at this time.
Alder Saban.
Thank you, Chair, and thanks for being on here, Hope, and for your willingness to serve. I was just wondering quickly if you have any goals or ideas that you'd like to bring to the Cultural Affairs Commission that you think we might want to know about.
Yeah, for sure. I'll provide one concrete example. So I did work with the downtown arts team when they were picking some of the murals that were going to be, how the values are really important to me around justice, around equity, around accessibility and inclusion were not reflected in the process, not just in the product. So I'm really interested in being able to offer my experience as a Puerto Latino woman and being able to come in and really use the tools and the training that I've had around how to take these values and these like philosophies and ways of seeing the world and really use them to create systemic change, really use them to apply it to process the way in which funding processes for the city work for local artists and local arts institutions. And just like thinking, I'm very motivated by process. I'm a producer. So being able to apply my values to the processes that the city has in its relationship with artists, I think is critical. I'm very impressed already with the way New Haven represents the arts and the way it supports it and the way it really amplifies the work that's happening here in the community. But I still think there's room for improvement here in like how we create broader access to information and resources. Sorry.
That's okay.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam
Thank
Chair.
you. Thank you, Alder Saban. Thank you very much, Hope, and best of luck in Baltimore. Your passion and commitment is strikingly very interesting to me, that you still want to, with everything that you've got on your plate, still want to serve the city. And I think that's so admirable on your part. You can stay on or you can log off, and then we'll let you know of the outcome of the meeting. But thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Next we have Magali Calles and David Kuhn. Magali or David, are they on the call?
Alder Santana, Ned Parker has joined us as well.
Okay, we can go back to Ned. I was just going down the list. Let's go ahead and do Ned Parker. He's the third item on the list. Hi, Ned. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. We had called in the beginning, but you weren't on. So we went on and then you went back to you. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. You're being asked to be appointed to the Board of Ethics. And why is this so interesting to you that you would like to sit on this commission, this board?
Sure. Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you to the rest of you for being on this call. My sincere apologies for coming on late. I couldn't locate the login information, so I apologize about that. I came to Connecticut. I've only been in Connecticut for about 4 years. I came to Connecticut by way of Seattle, Washington, where I pastored a church in downtown Seattle for 7 years. And my work with the city, especially when it came to people experiencing homelessness and also various other civic responsibilities, happened organically because the church was right there in downtown and things were happening around it. Being new to New Haven and working up on Prospect Hill, I don't really have that sort of location that I had in Seattle, and have been looking for different ways to interact more with the New Haven community and potentially take on some responsibility. I work up at the Divinity School, and we work with our students a lot when it comes to ethics and moral responsibility. I'm an ordained pastor. I also work with students as a teacher, training them for ministry and preparing them to go into communities where the church isn't just made up of pews that face each other or face a pulpit, but the church is also the people who go out into the world and do work. And so I think that serving in this way on the ethics board makes a lot of sense for a variety of different reasons, taking all of those things into account. So I'm just really honored to have this opportunity to talk to all of you, to answer any questions you might have. And if I've missed anything, happy to fill in. And I would also just love to add, I heard Carmen Mendez's testimony, and I know you're going to vote her in, but my brother is experiencing homelessness in Portland, Maine, has been for 8 years. And if he had an advocate for him like Carmen Mendez, I know that he would be in a much better place right now. So I was really profoundly moved by what she brought, what she offered. So I just wanted to put that forward.
Thank you so much. Yes, her testimony was very moving for me as well. And it truly shows that she does have heart and commitment to what she wants to do.
Yeah.
And thank you. Alder Hamilton, any questions?
Not really so much a question. Good evening, Mr. Parker. Thank you, Chair Santana. Should I call you, is it Pastor? Reverend? What?
Just Ned is fine. Ned is
Hi,
fine.
Ned.
Hi,
Good evening,
hi,
Ned.
Alder Hamilton. Nice to meet you.
You as well. Thank you for your willingness to serve. You know, I think it's really honorable on your part. Are you able to just make the times, because you're prepared educationally, mentally, in every way, it sounds like. If appointed, will you be able to make the meeting times, and are you aware of what those times are and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I should be. I just received an email just before this meeting started about setting meeting dates. There's only one evening during the week that I'm not available, and I've already let the person know that. So otherwise, I'm totally available to make those meetings.
Excellent. Well, good luck, and thank you so much for your willingness to serve. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Alder
Chair. You're welcome. Thank you, Chair Santana.
Thank you. Alder Rodriguez, any questions?
Madam Chair, I have no questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Alder Hurd?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And thank you, Ned, for being considerable, kind in our city to the needs of our people. Even though you're up at the on Prospect, you still have the city, the heart of the city at heart.
Yes.
Which is very admirable of you. And I can identify with you. I'm also in the ministry, so I understand. So thank you so very much. I really hope and pray that we can get you on board with us. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Alder Hurd. Thank you, Alder Hurd. I really appreciate it. My parents have lived in Maine for the past 35 years. And when I moved from Seattle back to New England, they actually moved to New Haven too and live here in Westville with me to be close by. And so I feel like I'm not only doing this on behalf of the city, but also this is where my family is now. And so it's really important for me to have this opportunity to engage with New Haven in this way.
Maybe we can get your brother down here. How about that?
That would be wonderful. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alder Sabin, any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you so much, Ned, for your compassion and your eagerness to serve our community. I'm very grateful. I don't have any questions at this time, and I'm looking forward to working with you, Ned, in many capacities in the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Alder Sabin.
Thank you so much, Ned. You can remain on the line or you can drop off if you want to. The city department head will notify you of the outcome of this meeting. So it's up to you what you would like to do. I don't want to hold you up for a meeting. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I'm actually on vacation this week, so I'm going to go back to vacation mode, but I really appreciate your time tonight, this evening, and nice to meet all of you. Take care.
Thank you so much. Have a great night. Okay. McGalley and David Kuhn. Francesca Vignola and Reed Immer.
They're here. I can't bring them in. Can you bring them in, Misty? I am frozen.
Okay, McGalley, I see McGalley.
Hang on one second. So you guys. Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much.
Good evening, McGalley. Now you're also being, your appointment is to the Cultural Affairs Commission, and tell me why you would like to sit on this commission.
Well, the reason I would like to sit on the commission, first, let me start by saying thank you so much for hosting the meeting and for whoever worked their little Zoom magic with the passcode and everything. Bless you. For a person who works for the Community Foundation for Greater New Haven, who sits on many Zoom meetings, Monday through Friday, I understand it's a task. I was born and raised here in New Haven, graduate of Career High School, so pretty much product of the New Haven Public Schools. Always enjoyed any opportunities for any arts, anything that was culturally enriching. My husband and I have a daughter who's a graduate of Co-op High School, theater major, who is now a theater major at Western Connecticut State University as a freshman. And we've always enjoyed being able to participate in all of the cultural activities here in New Haven, whether it was Freddie Fixer Parade, whether it was the St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Puerto Rican Day Parade that happened every year nonstop. Now that has transferred to the Puerto Rican United Committee that I belong to, where we bring 10,000 people to the New Haven Green. This was pre-COVID, of course, to 10,000 people to the New Haven Green to enjoy all of the festivities and everything about our culture, to the Day of the Dead Parade that takes place in Fairhaven and celebrates the Mexican culture. Then also the centers of arts that provide so much culture. And I love to be a part of those. I love to be an advocate for those groups like Bregamos Theater, which is a huge part of our Fairhaven community. But I feel that just my upbringing alone has given me that touch of appreciation for what learning about different cultures can bring to the table, how they can unite different communities. No matter the example with our Puerto Rican United Festival on the New Haven Green, it brings individuals not just from Fairhaven, the Hill, Westville, Newhallville to the downtown Green. We bring people in from Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York, people of all different backgrounds, just to learn and appreciate and be part of a lively festivity and presentation. And we appreciate that. And we like to show everyone love. What I like about arts and culture in New Haven and what it can bring to a community is that it can bring peace, it can bring joy, it can unite, which is very important nowadays because we have a lot of division. And that's the type of work I like to be involved with. That's what brought me to work for the Community Foundation. That is what has brought me to volunteer and be on multiple boards. Actually, Alder Hurt is probably very familiar with Casa Toñal in the Hill, and my time there as a board member and being able to bring the Three Kings Day festivity to the seniors there. Very passionate about that because arts and culture is something that I feel that everyone in our community should enjoy. I think of the potentials now with all of the different migrant communities that we have coming into New Haven and being part of a committee that can create these extra opportunities, extra enrichment, so that we can involve all these new groups of families and children and seniors so that they could partake in these activities and these events. I do enjoy also the enrichment being provided by the International Arts and Ideas Festival. There could be a little bit more that can be done as far as reaching out to different groups and different contingencies. But I'm hoping that we also have, as a committee, we also have some input in that as well. I don't know, any other questions?
Thank you, Magali. Alder Hamilton, any questions?
Thank you, Chair Santana. Boy, Magali, you sound like you're ready, right?
Thank you.
You know, one thing I can attest to about culture, it's very inclusive and it brings in everyone, you know, which is so, because I mean, our city is made up of so many different cultures of people, you know what I mean? So bringing it unites folks, and it sounds like you're ready to continue on the work you're currently doing. So are you going to be able to be present and available on meeting days and that sort of thing?
Oh, yes, definitely. With a daughter away at college, I have free time now.
All right.
I've gained some free time, so I want to dedicate it and continue volunteering where I can. So yes, definitely.
All right, very good. Thank you so much for your willingness to serve. Thank you, Chair Santana. I'm good.
Thank you, Alder Hamilton. Alder Rodriguez, any questions?
Thank you, Chair Santana. I'd like to say, first of all, thank you for that wonderful summary that you gave us. And being a product of New Haven schools, and surfacing that you would passionately work hard toward bringing through your talents and gifts, peace, joy, and unity. What do you think would be something that's so important in our New Haven public schools to continue to strengthen the arts and cultural as you share multiculturalism and diversity in your life and in the work that you do? Thank you.
Well, certainly, Alder Rodriguez, thank you for that question. I have to say that, like, thinking back when my daughter was at co-op, a year and a half was kind of taken away because of COVID and learning remotely and everything like that. But I can honestly say one thing she probably would have enjoyed a lot more when she was in school, even though co-op's an art school. So you think of it as, if anyone remembers the show Fame, you walk into the school, you might see, one of the ballet dancers practicing in one corner. You could hear a student playing the saxophone, my daughter, memorizing lines and monologues and all that stuff. But one thing my daughter would always say to me was like, Mom, I wish that, like, my history class, the curriculum could be a little bit different, because she learned a lot about her Puerto Rican history and the trials and tribulations that our indigenous people went through and everything on the island. She learned a lot of those stories from us, from grandparents and from family members. So I kind of wish, like, for the school system that we can incorporate a lot more of that type of learning. And that's learning that can happen at a textbook level, but even at a stage level, whether it's having the collaborations, like we have Arte Inc. in New Haven that provides a lot of that collaboration with the schools. You have a group like Bregamos that could bring those kind of teachings into the schools, but also bring the kids, once we're past all this COVID craziness, get the kids right there to sit in front of a stage and learn from those on the stage, speaking the words, acting out the monologues. I think there's something really special about art in the schools. I know back in the day when I was at Roberto Clemente, we had regular art classes, but there wasn't like choir, there wasn't anything of that. I think the most excitement I got was I was able to be part of a drill team, the only Latina in a drill team. And I was like, I'm rocking this. I'm enjoying this experience. It gave me some discipline. I learned how to, some choreography. It was fun. For me, that was the closest I got to anything related to arts. And then being part of a Miss Puerto Rico pageant and winning that in '92 and bringing that platform, the importance of education, into the schools. That was a little bit of pageantry to expose the students to. But I feel like the students nowadays, starting as early as the elementary level, I feel like we really need to be even more real with them about our history, because our children, and that could be added on with arts also in stage and performance, but I feel like our kids really, really need to learn where we were at to know where they're going to go. And I think art can really influence that learning.
Thank you, Ms. Cajiga, and thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alder Rodriguez. Alder Hurd, would you, anything to say? Ask a question?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I don't have any questions. I look forward to Miguel. I can't not pronounce your last name. Forgive
That's
me.
okay.
But
it's okay.
I'm in your background, and I understand we're trying to say that what your daughter, what your ancestors have went through. It is good to know that you are part of this city in the way that you are. It's really good. And just to throw it out there, I was one of the three kings for a couple of years. So
remember that. I do remember that. Thank you.
all around you. And it was a great experience. Thank you so much, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Alder Hurd, Alder Saban.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, Miley, for being here tonight. I first saw your passion a few weeks ago at the Violence Forum in Fairhaven, and just grateful for your passion for the community. And thank you for your willingness to serve on this commission. I have no further questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Alder Saban. Thank you, Magali. And thank you for your willingness to want to serve. And hopefully you can stay on. If not, we will get in touch with you with the outcome of this meeting. But thank you so much for your willingness to want to serve on this important committee in our city. Thank you.
Thank you so much for everyone for your time, for your dedication also, because I know that this is like hours on end in the meeting. So God bless you guys, and just keep up the good work, because you're representing all of us at this stage of the game. So thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too. Good night.
Good night. David Kuhn, I see that he's on.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can, David.
Excellent, excellent. It worked.
Okay. Do you want to be called Dave or David?
I prefer Dave, actually,
Okay.
but
You're
I'll
like
answer
my
to
son.
both.
You're like my son. His name is David, but he likes to be called Dave.
Yeah.
And if you ask my ex-husband, he'll say David. So it's just.
Oh, that guy's too serious.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, you're being appointed to also the Cultural Affairs Commission.
Reappointed. Hopefully.
Reappointed. Yes, reappointed. I see that. So what would you like to do in this new phase that you're going to be engaging in? Is there anything that you'd like to see different, change, or enhance?
Well, not to, I don't mean to sound glib, but I think for me, it's just keep on keeping on. Mr. Andy Wolf asked me to join, God bless him, rest in peace.
Yeah.
He asked me to join the commission 3 years ago. So I've been a commissioner for one term, and I've learned a lot. It's great. There's a lot of collegiality among all of the commissioners, and we really enjoy being around each other and talking to each other. I'm looking really forward to working with Magali and Hope, if assuming they become commissioners. But there's really been a very, very important sea change that's been going on for the last 18 months or so. Miss Adrienne Jefferson was brought into the city, and she's really changed the tone and the direction of the commission. And it's a conversation, and we're following her lead and her agenda. And every month we get together and we talk about things, and it's, for me, it's learning and listening, and I just want to continue doing that. We've been on a monthly basis talking about the cultural equity plan, and sort of refining that and talking about that, and I look forward to continuing to do that. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I want to go a little further into that. Well, I know that when Andy was here, they had he talked about everybody has like subcommittees. Is that still intact now? The subcommittees, they work on different projects. Is that how that works? Or is that also
a little bit, and I'll tell you a little bit deeper about that. So one of the things that that I've been working on with Alita Stanton over the past 18 months or a year or so is the Cultural Affairs Committee bylaws were ratified 30 years ago, almost,
Oh, my
almost,
goodness.
almost to the date. So November 1st is our next meeting, and we're hopefully finally going to get around to ratifying a new, updated, and current, let's call it, Cultural Affairs Committee bylaws. And that, I wrote down the date, November 18th, 1991 is the date on this document. And if we can ratify it on November 1st, it's like 17 days shy of 30 years. And we're trying to culturally update that document. And one of the things that we talk about is to get to your question, has to do with subcommittees and things like that. So what we need to do is we need to get this new document ratified and in place, and then we can begin to break apart the component pieces of the agenda and what everybody wants to work on going forward.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. Wish us luck.
Hey, Andy loved his cultural affairs, and he's resting in peace now, but I know he loved it. So and anybody that worked with him knows what he was like. Adrian Jefferson is new, and I'm sure she's bringing some different insight. And so every time we get someone else and who's been,
I would say insight and incredible energy.
Yes.
Incredible energy and vision.
Wonderful. And that's important. That's important. Alder Hamilton, any questions?
Thank you, Chair Santana. Not so much a question. Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm good.
You must be a good guy, because Andy Wolf was one of my friend and a wonderful fellow. So if he encouraged you to be on this Cultural Affairs Commission, he must have had faith that you can get the job done, right?
Yeah. Thank you. And I need to tell you, Alder Hamilton, I have nearly perfect attendance.
That is amazing.
I set aside time every month, and actually it's gotten a lot easier. Kim Futrell sent out like a doodle about 9 months or so ago, and we sort of restructured the meetings, and the meetings now happen at 4:30 in the afternoon, so more of us can attend. And it's really, personally, it's really good for me, because I can cut out from work an hour early and attend. And I really look forward to attending every month. It's one of the highlights.
Wonderful. So it sounds like you're ready to press on to the next level, right?
I am looking forward to it, and I certainly hope so. Yes.
All righty. Thank you so much for your willingness to continue serving. If reappointed, we're grateful for that. Your willingness. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Alder Hamilton.
Yes. Thank you, Chair Santana. I'm finished.
Thank you, Alder Hamilton. Alder Rodriguez.
Thank you for serving. I have no questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Alder Rodriguez. Alder Hurd.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have no questions at this time. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Alder Hurd.
Thank you. Always last for the best. We leave the last for the best, right? The youngest. Alder Sabin.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you so much for your passion and commitment, Dave. I have no further questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
The last time I came up before this, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to tell this like tiny short story. I know you guys have a long. Alder Sabin asked me when I came up 3 years ago, you may or may not remember this, but I believe you asked me how I would redesign the Connecticut flag. Was that you?
I think that was my predecessor.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. No my
problem.
apologies.
Yes, I don't think it was Alder Sabin.
Okay.
Yes, it was someone else, but thank you so much.
Okay.
That sometimes what triggers a memory is maybe a face or an impression or a laugh or a smile. Brings back memories that we have that may be recessed in our brain. and they just come out,
Mhm.
you know, and so sometimes they're good and sometimes they may be bad, but we try and impress upon them when all you got to do is ask the question.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Thank you, Dave.
okay.
Yes. Yes, what did you
Oh,
want to say?
I was just gonna say that, one of the things that I have found the most gratification in this service is that, every year we do the Neighborhood Cultural Vitality Grant Program.
Mhm.
And that's for me personally, that's the most important work that I can do for this committee, is to sit on that. And it's really, really interesting, to sift through all of these applications for various organizations and individuals that want to do really, really interesting cultural work in the city. I just wish we had more money. Every year we probably have $250,000 to $300,000 worth of asks, but we only have about 100,000 to give away. That's a lot of money, of course, but if there's one thing that I could change is to find more money to give away to all of these awesome individuals around the city that want to do really, really incredible things.
Thank you so much for your willingness to want to serve, Dave. You can stay on the line or you can log off, whatever is convenient for you.
Okay.
And someone will get back to you. Thank you.
Thank
so
you
much.
all. Yeah. Take care.
But David Cohn, we have Francesca. Hi, Francesca. How are you this evening?
I'm doing well. Hope everyone else is doing well too.
Yes. You're being reappointed to the Cultural Affairs Commission. So your experience that you had last time and the experience that you're going to have this year, what do you hope that maybe will be a different or changing or better?
Yeah, I'm mainly really hoping or looking forward to getting back into the live event side of things and being able to be useful with things like that. I've of course loved all the virtual conferences and everything that Adrian and Kim have worked on. And I find myself, I'm more of like a practical in-person use where I know kind of like the permitting stuff and I can check people in at a table and all that. So I'm really looking forward to like getting back to in-person events and happenings and helping promote them to the people that I've gotten connections through by living here and working here. I find a lot of value in the information that we learn from just shooting each other emails, everyone that's on the commission, and being able to share information to artists and people on my list, just that I've come to know, and the connections are just very valuable. So, but yes, definitely the one thing I would want to not change, but of course it has to change with time and things getting better, is the more in-person art happenings and cultural events and things that people can experience in person, for sure.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. Alder Hamilton, any questions?
Thank you, Chair Santana. No, not so much of questions, but Francesca, yeah, I'm an in-person type of, I like things in person as well. So, what do you think? Do you see going forward? Any possibilities? Is the Cultural Affairs Commission working towards an in-person venue, given the COVID times that we're in? I mean, that you're aware of?
I'm not totally sure of any solid in-person ones as of yet. I know we want to be cautious, of course, and I totally understand that. So, and now we're moving a little bit into the colder weather months. So I'm very patient and I'm happy to wait, but I do have it on my wish list to help out at some in-person stuff
Right.
soon-ish.
Right. But if reappointed, you're willing and able to continue doing what you do, right?
Oh, of course. I'll just extend the meeting on my calendar because it's on there already. So
Cool, cool. Very good. Thank you so much for your willingness to continue serving. Thank you, Francesca.
thank you.
I'm good, Chair Santana. Thank you.
Thank you, Alder Hamilton. Alder Rodriguez.
Thank you, Ms. Vignola. I have no questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Alder Hurt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have no questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Alder Hurt. Alder Saban.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good to see you, Francesca. Thank you for all the work you're doing to bring vibrance to our city and our community. And thank you for your willingness to serve on the Cultural Affairs Commission. I have no further questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, Francesca. You can stay on the line if you'd like. You don't, or disconnect, whatever you prefer, but someone will get back to you on the decisions made this evening.
Okay, thank you all. Have a good night.
Thank you. Reed Immer, I saw that he was on.
Hello.
Hello, Reed. You're also being reappointed to the Cultural Affairs Commission. And the question that I've asked is, this is your second time around. The next phase of what would you like to see different this time around or change? Or would you like it to just remain the same and do different things?
I think one of the great potential areas of opportunity in New Haven is to do more connecting of the dots. There's a lot of great stuff already happening. Sometimes it's a little siloed from each other. And I think the cultural equity plan that Adrian has led the development of over the past few months is a great resource for some sort of common language that folks within all different areas of arts and culture in the city can get behind to figure out how it can be better collaborating, better sharing resources, better identifying shared goals. And, you know, sometimes there's a bit of stepping on toes of different organizations and a feeling of competitiveness where it doesn't really need to be there. And I think everybody's trying to really build the city up and build upon the momentum that it's already proven. So I think the cultural equity plan is a great resource for folks in all different areas of the city to be facilitate working together and really, you know, taking action and making stuff happen that's in the right direction.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that information. Alder Hamilton.
Thank you, Chair Santana. Oh, wow, Reed.
Yvette?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I said, hey, Reed, good evening. How are you?
Good.
Sounds like you're prepared and ready to continue the mission. So I really don't have any questions for you except to say thank you for you know, your willingness to continue serving, right?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Santana.
Thank you, Alder Hamilton. Alder Rodriguez.
Thank you, Chair Santana. I have no questions at this time. Thank you, Mr. Immer.
Thank you. Alder Hurt, any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have no questions, and thank you for being with us, Mr. Emmer.
Thank you. Alder Saban.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have no questions at this time.
Thank you very much. Reed, you can stay on or you can log off, whatever you'd like to do. It's your preference. And when you, someone will notify you from the office of the decision of the committee.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Do we have a Jennifer Walker? Jennifer Walker?
I was able to confirm her attendance and she's not attending tonight. She has excellent attendance.
So she's good with attendance?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back. Let me see. I'm gonna call one more time to see if anybody has joined. Linda McDowell. Carmen Mendez, Noel Hogan, Patricia Douglas, Charles Blango, Howard Boyd, Kevin Diadamo, Harvey Feinberg,
Kevin joined us.
Hi, can you
okay,
hear
there
me?
you are. Yes, I can.
Oh, great.
All right, you are trying to think of where you are on this list now.
I'm about halfway down the list for
He's on
equal
number 10.
opportunities.
Yeah, I thought I saw, oh, there you are. I see you now.
Yes.
You've been appointed to the Commission on Equal Opportunities.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit why you feel that this commission is where you would like to be.
Well, I've served in a variety of community services over the years, including the Democracy Fund, the City Planning Commission. I just completed a 10-year term of service.
Okay.
So I like to try out new things, get new experiences, and, you know, work with new people in the city administration, as well as on the commission. And that's basically it.
Well, thank you very much. Alder Hamilton, any questions?
Thank you, Chair Santana. So Kevin, what are you gonna bring to this Equal Opportunity Commission?
Well, my background is as an attorney. So I've been a practicing attorney for about 20 years. I have some, I'm not an employment lawyer, but I have some background with the CHRO and discrimination statutes. And I currently work in the court system as a court administrator and in criminal court. So I work with a variety of people in the public and within the court system. And I like to think personality-wise, I'm a fair person, a good listener. If I don't understand something, I'll go research it independently so I understand what the context is and hopefully make a good contribution.
Excellent. And are you able to, do you know when the commission will meet and you know, will you be able to attend their meetings?
Yeah, I always have good attendance. My understanding is they meet once a month at 6 p.m. So I will be able to attend on a regular basis.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your willingness to serve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chair Santana.
You're welcome. Alder Rodriguez, any questions?
Not at this time. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, Alder Hurt.
No questions at this time, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Alder Saban.
No questions at this time. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Kevin, you're all set to go.
Okay.
I have no further questions for you. And so you can remain on the line or you can disconnect and someone from the office will let you know the decision of the outcome of the meeting. But thank you
All
very
right, thanks.
much for joining.
Thanks very much.
Okay, so we've got Kevin Diadamo here. All right, one more time. This is the last one. Linda McDowell. Noel Hogan. Patricia Douglas. Charles Blango. Howard Boyd. Harvey Feinberg. And seeing that they are not on the call, I would like to ask if there's anyone in the audience that would like to speak on behalf of any of the appointees this evening who attended? Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on any of the attendees that attended this evening? Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on behalf of any of the attendees in the audience? Seeing none, I think we've closed the public portion of the committee.
So moved.
Thank you. All in favor? It has been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. And the motion carries. We are now in committee action. So we have a few things that are going on this evening. And I think that my colleague Alder Sabin has been very versed on what we need to do this evening. So go ahead, Mr. Sabin.
All right. Let's see here. It's going
Well,
to be
there were a few that did not attend, so they're going to be leave to withdraw.
yes, we can start there.
Okay.
Let's move item 1 and item 5 and item 6 and just item
Yep,
1,
6.
5,
One by one.
item 1, 5, and 6.
And 8 and 9 did not attend either.
Yes, but they have time to attend at the next meeting, I
Okay,
believe.
okay. All right, so we'll just do those at this present time.
So let's, okay, yes. I move items 1, 5, and 6 as leave to withdraw.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 The motion carries that they will be leave to withdraw. Item 1, 5, and 6.
I would also like to move item 21 and item 23 as leave to withdraw.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved in second. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye for leave to withdraw.
Aye.
The motion carries. Thank you.
All right. I would like to, let's see. I would like to move, well, let's first do our amendments. I would like to move that we amend item 10 to reflect that the term expiration date should be January 8th, 2024 rather than January 8th, 2023. I would also like to move that we amend item 15 to reflect that the term expiration date should be June 1, 2023 rather than June 1, 2024. And I would like to move that we amend item 22 to reflect that the term expiration date should be January 1st, 2022 rather than January 1st, 2023. And that is all. I would like to move those amendments together.
Okay, so we have a number 10, number 15, and number 22 that are being moved to amend the expiration date. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Discussion.
The term expiration dates need to be corrected.
Thank you, Alder Savins. Any further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries, the amendment carry. Now back to the original item.
All right, I would like to move item 2, 3, 4, 7, 10 as amended, 13, 14, 15 as amended, 16, 17, 18, 20, and 22 as amended. Yeah, and 22 as amended. I'd like to move those items.
Thank you, Alder Savins. So we are moving number 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 18, 20, and 22. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say, oh, yes, Alder Hamilton.
Well, the appointees, we've heard from, as well as the reappointees are willing to serve, and I think should be given the opportunity.
Thank you. I agree as well. Any further discussion? Alder Sabin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to quickly say that I thought that the nominees who we heard from tonight were impressive in their passion and commitment and their experiences in the city as well. And I think they will serve our community well on the commissions that they have been nominated for.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam.
Any further discussion? Yes, Alder Hurt.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I agree with my colleagues. I think we should move forward with them and put them to work.
Absolutely. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries. All of these have been now approved as appointed. I have number 8 and 9. We will pass over. We will not vote on this item this evening because there's still time for them to come back to the board next month, if that's what I'm understanding, Alder Sabin. Okay.
That is correct.
Okay, then we have number 19, which is a read and file. The order appointment of Barbara Vereen to the retirement board. She is
I would like to
already-
move,
Yeah, go ahead.
apologies. I would like to move that we read and file item 19.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the motion carries. Thank you.
I would like to move I would like to move item 11.
Okay, did I miss one? Okay, yes, go ahead. Oh, to the Commission on Equal Opportunities, okay. Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the motion carries. Item 11 has been approved. And I think we have one item left, if I'm not mistaken, Alder Sabin.
Correct.
No, number 12. I don't think we did number 12.
I think
RV
we
Feinberg.
Madam
I'm
Chair,
sorry?
I believe we can pass over item 12 as well.
Okay, okay.
He
I just
also-
wanted to make sure we didn't miss him.
yes, item 12 can also be passed over and he can appear at the next meeting.
Item number 24.
Yes, item number 24. Madam Chair, I am not clear what our plan of action is with item 24.
The instructions and the notes suggest that we do a leave to withdraw because it is not a mayoral appointment. And he is actually appointed by the Board of Alders.
Yeah.
So I would, my suggestion would be that we do leave to withdraw because it isn't an appointment that the mayor can make.
Excellent. I move that we, I move item 24 as leave to withdraw.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, number 24 has been approved as leave to withdraw. And I see that we can recommend a motion to adjourn is so moved if we wish to adjourn.
I move we adjourn, Madam Chair.
Second.
Any discussion on adjournment? Seeing none, all in favor, have a good evening.
Thank
Good
you.
evening.
Adjourn.
Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, all.
Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, colleagues.
Everyone, thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Al, are you unfroze?
Sorry, Misty, I'm in multiple meetings. Sorry.
Oh,
Hold on.
no.